It's Week 7 of the NFL, and we've got the rocket-armed Will Levis. Everyone's still in awe of his last game, passing Noah Van Brockman's 1951 mark of 554 passing yards. It's the Packers and the Vikings on Thursday night primetime.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First play, Watson to the air. And his first look is incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Levis to throw it. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Levis. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. The Packers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, You point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Levis sets up to throw here. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards.
Just a breakdown there defensively. Looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Will Levis, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the drive was capped off with a touchdown run by Will Levis. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Watson's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Watson. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 68 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
There he goes left side. Inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jahmyr Gibbs. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packers ready to take over offensively. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Levis back to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Levis. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Levis to throw once more. On target to his man, Likely. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Levis. He gets it to Johnston. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Right side, there's Likely with it. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
At the Vikings 3-yard line.
Back to throw, it's Levis. And it's a Packers touchdown. Darnell Washington. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So here are the Packers now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's Booker on the catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Levis now on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Packers. Quentin Johnston, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Marte Mapu, the one to bring him down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now Watson buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now they'll bring up 3rd down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and a couple.
Running again, and again it's Booker. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here comes third and the length of the football. And Levis going to change the play.
Third and short, it's Booker. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 59 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. With the football going back to the Vikings offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down, creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
1st and 10, here's Levis. It gets this complete to Shaheed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, a run by Spiller. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Levis's throw is on target to Likely. Touchdown! Isaiah Likely. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Butker on for the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. Just a 4-play drive that time. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. We got a solid first half out of the man from Kentucky, Will Levis. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
As Shaheed going to go in motion. Now a deep one for Johnston.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. Second down, here's Levis.
Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They need 2. Here's third down.
They go with Booker up the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle with Booker.
And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Levis on third down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. We're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
10 more there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Packers just continue to roll. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked to his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And
he's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota.
And even 40 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Another run for Gibbs here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And the Vikings first down.
From the red zone now, Watson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll try the air now with Watson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Flush to his right. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Levis. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Levis to throw it. And this one too low. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Levis now off of play action. He finds his man complete. That's Hall. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Again, it's Levis looking to throw it. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Let's do our thing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Levis out of the shotgun now. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Levis looking to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime,
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Maybe a free play for Watson. That's caught by Ware.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Watson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
To throw is Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try and run it with Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try to run with Gibbs. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. On the return, here's Hall. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come back to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Hall. And now they're in the hurry up.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short. It's Levis.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy.
And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
That his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
1st and 10, it's Levis.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A 2nd down throw from Levis.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Thompson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.